Hey, it's Newtsy. Welcome to my channel. So today I'm super excited. I'm going to bring you a yoga sequence that opens up the hips and relieves tension and stress in the lower back. I don't know if you're like me, but I sit all day because I'm driving around, and sometimes when I get done, I get home at the end of the day, my lower back and my hips feel so tight. So this yoga sequence, this yoga flow is one that you could do over and over again, and it will really help give your spine and your hips a healthy, happy outlook on life. So we're going to start, first of all, with some breath work, and I think breath work is so important. I do a lot of breath work, and I really feel like it's one of the greatest biohacks that a person could do for their health. As a matter of fact, God refers to himself as breath in the Vedic tradition and Christianity, also other ancient teaching, wind or breath. If you don't really think about how vital it is, just try to hold your breath for several minutes. Then it's like, oh yeah, it's really important. So we're going to start out with some breath work, and then we're going to move into some poses, find some movement in those poses to open up the hips, to open up the lower back, to find space, to create space, to relieve tension. So we'll get started, but first, if you love this video or like this video, would you please give me a thumbs up and really like and subscribe to this channel. That way, when I post new videos, you'll get notified, and then I can continue to bring you awesome content. So let's just get started. Okay, let's get started right away with our breath work. So you want your feet hip distance apart, and remember it goes in for a third, inhale for a third, inhale for a third, and then exhale with a sound. So it goes in, So let's try it together. We're going to do 10 of them. So here we go. One more. Good job. Bring it all the way up. Hands to touch. Roll those shoulders down and back. Arch just a little bit, looking up. And pressing the air down. On the exhale. Listening for your breath in and out of your nose. So let's just go ahead and move to the front of our mat. We're going to take it up. We're going to come all the way down to a forward fold on the exhale. Good. Really keep a deep bend in the knee. It doesn't matter where your hands are. They can be on the top of your feet. They can be grabbing the backs of your calves. You can bend them deep enough to touch. And let's just find a little bit of movement here. Good. Inhale and exhale out of your nose. Let's relax the head. Good. Just hold it right here. Now let's grab the back of the legs and pull the torso in, keeping the head down, looking at the kneecaps. Excellent. All right, we're going to move down into downward facing dog. So let's go wide with our feet, hip distance, turning those palms out. Fingertips out, protecting the shoulders. Now I want you to really bend the right leg and just try to push that left heel down just a little bit. Hold it right here. Make sure the head is relaxed. And let's switch. Really bend the left knee. Just kind of work that heel down. Good. Now let's just pedal it out. And you can actually, when you're bending your right leg, you can kind of jet your hip over to the right. Bending the left. Good. Just pedal it out. All right, now we're going to lift that right leg way up, head down, and we're going to bring it all the way through to a low lunge. Okay, so You want the knee over the ankle and just slide that back leg down, back a little bit. Unfurl the toe, okay? All right, let's lift through the crown of the head. Now we're just gonna bring our hands to heart center. We're gonna find a twist right here. So you're gonna bring the elbow to the outside of the knee, really pressing in to both palms, and then gently turning the torso towards the side wall. Let's take a breath right here. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale. Good, and exhale. All right, let's bring the hands down to frame the foot. Curl the toe. We're gonna move that knee back just a little bit. Release that toe. Now, we're gonna take this right foot and heel toe it out to the side. So the hands are in the center, okay? And then we're just gonna take this elbow and gently press it on the inside of the knee, really starting to feel that hip open up, and you can find a little movement here, go from side to side, relieving the tension and the pressure in the low back, opening those hips. Good. Now we're gonna do a counter pose right here. So let's heel toe that foot back in, and we're just going to take it back. So you wanna lift the toe up, and then we're not gonna round the spine, but we're gonna push the heart through and lower the torso down. Holding it right here. Inhale and exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. All right, now we're gonna move between those two poses. So we're gonna come to the low lunge. Good, you can move that knee back a little bit if it feels good. And then counter pose. Good, shining that heart through, back to low lunge. Really try to take this left thigh, and you wanna try to push it down towards the ground so you're opening the psoas, the front of the hips, and back. Good, you can keep a bend in the knee, shining the heart through, and come back. Low lunge, really pushing that thigh in towards, down towards the mat, and back. Good, again. Inhale. Right here, exhale, pushing that thigh down in towards the mat. And back. Excellent. All right, now we're gonna come to tabletop. We're gonna press up to the downward facing dog again. And push it back. Really bend that right knee. Try to push that left heel down into the mat. Relaxing the head. Feeling the backs of the legs open up. Good. And bend the other leg. And let's just pedal it out right here. Excellent. Now let's lift up those heels, bend the knees, and bringing that torso in towards the thighs. Relaxing the head. All right, now let's lift up that left leg way up. We're gonna bring it all the way through to that low lunge. All right, unfurl the toe, and you can slide that knee back. Let's just make sure our knee is going over our ankle. Hold it right here. Good, really pushing the thigh down towards the mat, opening that psoas, which ties around to the lower back. So we're opening all that up. Good. All right, now we're gonna bring the hands to heart center, and we're gonna twist, anchoring that elbow on the outside of the knee, really pressing the palms together, which gives you leverage to turn towards the back wall or side wall. Breathe right here. Good. Hands down to frame the foot. Now we're gonna lift up that toe, curl the toe, and then we're gonna slide that knee back just a little bit, and then heel toe that foot to the outside. Okay, hands in the center. And then you can take that elbow and gently press it on the inside of the thigh, opening up that hip. Good. Ooh, what a nice hip opener. Inhale and exhale out of the nose, keeping the navel in towards the spine. All right, let's heel toe that foot back in. And then we're gonna do the counter stretch by going back. You wanna keep the toe up, you wanna bend in the knee and shine the heart through right here, holding it. Let's take a breath in and out of the nose right here. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale and exhale. Now we're going to move between those two poses. So we're going to come to low lunge, pressing that thigh in towards the mat. And take it back. Keeping a bend in the knee, shining the heart through. Inhale and exhale. Good job. Coming through to low lunge. And moving back, shining the heart through. Again, coming forward. Good. And exhale. Moving it back. All right, back to tabletop. Now what I want you to do is just jet the rear end out to the right and look over the left shoulder. And let's switch. Good. Oh, my back popped. That feels so good. Excellent. All right, we're going to move into goddess pose. This is one of my all-time favorites for opening up the hips. All right. So what you want to do is you want to put those elbows on the inside of the knee and bringing your hands to prayer, or if you can do it and you need a little more intensity, you can put the fists together. And then we're going to gently press into the knees and allow that rear end to come down, and just think about how the hip is opening up, it's finding space. Good. In the back body. Just close your eyes right here. Let's inhale and exhale out of the nose. Inhale and exhale. A few more right here. Find your own rhythm. And exhale. Good. Inhale and exhale. All right, let's go back to downward facing dog. And lifting that right leg up. Coming through to low lunge. Excellent. Back to twist. Good. Framing the foot. Up on the toe, move that knee back just a little bit. Heel toe out to the side. And you can press on that knee. Let's find a little movement here, side to side, if that feels good. Opening the hip. Notice how you're creating more space this time. Good. All right, heel toe the foot back in. Now we're going to move it back. Toe up, bend the knee, shining the heart through. Inhale and exhale. All right, moving it forward and back. Shining that heart through and forward and back. Good. All right, back to tabletop. Jet the rear end to the right. Let's look over the left shoulder. And switch. Good. Back to downward facing dog. And lifting that left foot up, bring it up all the way through to low lunge. And let's come into that twist, really pressing into both palms. Try to bring the the thumbs towards the center of the chest. Big breath right here. And exhale. All right, framing the foot, lifting up the toe, moving that knee back just a little bit. Heel toe, the foot to the outside. We're going to gently press in to the inside of the knee. If you can find a little movement here. Great job. All right, heel toe it back in. Now we're going to move between those two movements, shining the heart through, lifting that toe, and coming forward. Low lunge. And inhale. And exhale, let's move it back. Good. Again, coming forward. Keeping the navel in towards the spine. And moving back. All right, tabletop. Let's jet that rear into the right one more time. And look over the left shoulder. You can find a little movement here. Good, other side. Looking over the right shoulder, finding a little bit of movement. Excellent. All right, let's go into goddess pose. Turning the toes out, heels in. Bringing the elbows on the inside of the knee. Hands at prayer or fists together. Reaching up through the crown of the head. Just allow those hips to open up. Closing the eyes. Take a couple breaths right here. Good. Exhale. Couple more on your own right here. Inhale. All right, hands down. Let's just find a little bit of movement. You can bring your knees forward one at a time if that feels good. Leaving the tension and pressure, stress in the hips. Excellent. All right, let's come back down to tabletop. And we're going to cross the ankles. And we're going to sit down, coming all the way through. Let's grab a hold of the knees and roll down one vertebrae at a time, really slowly. Good. All right, so I want you to have your hands out at a T, okay? And we're just gonna take the knees to the right, and we're gonna have the head go to the left. So our knees go to the right. You can either have one knee on top of the other knee, using that right hand to push the knee down, or you can have them together a little bit farther out, whichever feels good. And then we're gonna look the opposite direction of the knee. Try keeping the left shoulder onto the mat. Let's take a couple breaths right here. Listening for the sound of your breath in and out of your nose. Okay, hands back to a T, bringing those knees into center, and then over to the other side. Left hand on the right knee, look the opposite direction. Close your eyes, find a couple breaths right here. Good. Hands back to a T. Bring the knees up to center. And then just grab a hold of your knees and let's just rock just a little bit to the right and the left. Get a nice little massage on the lower back. Good. All right, now we're gonna hug the knees in real tight. We're gonna bring the nose to the knees and contract. Good. And release it all. Now I want you to take your hands above your head. Really stretch. Inhale and exhale. All right, let's go over to our side and then onto our belly. And we're going to push it back. We're going to go into child's pose. And for this particular child's pose, let's go feet together and have the knees wide. And then we're going to bring the elbows down. Okay, and then the torso can either be resting on the thighs or in between the thighs, bringing the forehead down towards the mat if you can. And you can roll that forehead right and left. Good, take a big breath right here. And exhale. Give yourself a smile that you carved out this time for yourself. And until next time, let's all say together, Namaste.